God's chosen ones. You're what impossible looks like. You came before the gods. God's chosen ones. Stop right now. It's Wednesday, September 4th, just before midnight. If you're hearing this call, it's not a coincidence. The clock is about to strike 12. The bell will ring 3 times. And when the last echo fades, the door you've been waiting for will open. Tonight changes everything if you choose to listen. The room is wrapped in darkness. Only a faint golden light spills across the wall. The ticking clock sounds like the heartbeat of a soul waiting to be awakened. Outside, the wind slips through the window crack, gently swaying the curtain, as if an unseen hand is brushing against this world. 11:59 p.m. You open your eyes, not because of a sound, not because of a dream, but because something just called your name. No one speaks, yet you hear it. A voice low and calm, echoing from somewhere beyond time itself. Stop. Take a deep breath. Listen closely, for what's coming will change everything. You sit up. The air feels heavier now, each breath carrying weight. The light outside the window is faint, but strangely, it isn't cold. It's warm, as if someone is watching you through that very light. 12 a.m. The bell tolls. Once, twice, 3 times. Each sound lingers, sinking deep into your chest. Each vibration is both a question and an invitation. Do you hear it? This is the voice of the universe. If you hear it, it is not by chance. You close your eyes and an image begins to form, a great ancient door carved with swirling symbols. Behind it, light moves like the breath of God. The voice returns clearer, now closer. You were not created after the gods. You came before them. Before the songs were sung in the heavens, you already existed. They were born from the very energy that flows through you. You hold your breath. Everything falls silent. Only that strange mix of fear and peace remains, a sacred stillness that feels like remembering your true name for the first time. Awaken, chosen one. Your hour has come. And as the final chime dissolves into the wind, you know tonight everything begins. Part 1. The Bells and the Whisper. The night was thick and still, as if the whole world had stopped breathing. Outside, the rain had ended, but its breath still clung to the window frame. You sat there motionless, listening to the ticking of the clock, soft, delicate taps upon the surface of time. You don't know why, but something inside you begins to stir. It isn't fear, it isn't curiosity. It's an intuition, a quiet knowing that something is about to arrive. And then, in that sacred silence, the first bell rings. The sound isn't loud or hurried. It's deep, slow, like a call from beyond the veil of worlds. Stop. You flinch for a moment, but the voice doesn't speak to your ears. It speaks inside your heart. You freeze not just your body, but your thoughts. Every worry, every plan, every noise of life suddenly dissolves into nothing. The dim light outside the window shifts from golden amber to pale white, shining softly across your face. In that beam, tiny dust particles swirl and dance, shimmering like small souls rejoicing in the air. You realize this isn't coincidence. Something about tonight is different. The first bell ends with a deep breath. You place your hand over your chest, feeling your heartbeat, slow, steady, calm, silent. And then, the second bell rings. This time it travels farther, echoing through layers of memory buried deep within. You close your eyes, and images begin to form so vivid that your body trembles. A small room from long ago. A child sitting alone in the dark, knees pulled close, crying because they felt forgotten. A young man staring into a mirror, smiling to hide the pain no one saw. A promise abandoned. A dream left behind. They all rush back like a flood swirling through your mind. And in the midst of that lingering bell, you hear a gentle voice, not condemning, not judging. I was there in every moment you fell, not to punish you, but to keep you from breaking. The voice feels like a hand resting on your shoulder, warm yet strong enough to awaken something long asleep. From the deepest place within, a quiet tear escapes, not from pain but release. When the second bell fades, the silence returns. You open your eyes. On the table beneath the faint light lies a small piece of paper blown loose from an old notebook. Its corners are curled, and faintly printed upon it the numbers 787. You smile, though you don't know why. You just know your heart understands. The universe is speaking in its own language. Then the third bell rings. It doesn't echo from afar like before. It's close, very close, as if it's coming from inside your own chest. You are enough. Stop trying to be worthy. You are already chosen. Everything stops. Space, time, thought, all frozen in a sacred stillness. You no longer feel small. You no longer feel lost. A soft current of energy spreads through your body, warm and alive, like electricity flowing through your veins. The light outside grows stronger, radiant but not blinding. Even the wind seems to stop. All that remains is silence, not the kind that frightens, but the kind that makes you feel safe. You exhale slowly, your hand still resting on your heart. Your heartbeat now moves in rhythm with the bells within. A single tear falls, not from sorrow, but from the moment of touching truth itself. You are not forgotten. You are not left behind. You are the first child of light, the origin of all that has ever existed. The whisper fades, but its echo lingers. You lift your gaze to the night sky through the window. No stars yet. It shines in a strange, gentle way, as though the light is coming from within you. And in that moment, you understand every coincidence, every number, every dream, every shiver. They were never random. They were the language of the universe calling you home. And in the silence, you hear it once more, no longer another's voice, but your own, steady and certain, like the final seal upon your destiny. You have been chosen. Stop trying to be worthy. You have always been worthy because you were chosen before the gods were ever born. Part 2. The Trial of the Soul. The night has retreated. The first light of dawn has not yet appeared, but within you, something begins to ignite. Not a raging fire that consumes everything, but a quiet flame of understanding. You've asked yourself hundreds of times, why me? Why did God let me walk alone? Why did the ones I loved leave when I needed them most? No one answered, and for so long you believed that silence meant abandonment. But now, in the stillness of this night, you hear that familiar voice again, deep, steady, and warm. I wasn't silent because I left you. I was silent because I was standing in the fire with you. You pause. The fire, yes. The very fire you once thought was punishment was actually the furnace of your soul. You see it now, the days when your heart shattered, when trust was betrayed and soft words turned into knives. The days you were cast out of places you thought you belonged with no explanation, no closure. The nights you cried until there were no tears left yet, still woke up the next morning and smiled at the world. You called it pain. But now, looking back, you see every loss was the refining flame. In the vision of your mind, you stand in the center of a blazing fire. It burns bright, fierce, but strangely you are not consumed. Instead, your skin glows. A golden light begins to spread from the palms of your hands. The voice speaks again, soft as breath. Did you think I didn't see? I saw every time you fell and chose to rise again. I saw your tears fall in silence and the way you kept loving even when no one stayed. Your eyes fill with tears. Memories rise, moments of being misunderstood, broken promises, dreams crushed under someone else's doubt. And you realize not a single tear you cried was wasted. Each tear was a grain of gold falling into the furnace, melting into strength. In the darkness, you look at your hands, scarred, cracked, trembling. But as you open them, the ashes fall away, and from beneath new fingers emerge brighter, stronger, purified. The voice returns slow and tender. I never left. I only let you walk through the fire so you would no longer fear it. A warmth spreads around you, not the heat of burning, but the warmth of life. The pain is no longer an enemy, but an old teacher whispering gently, I came to shape you, not to destroy you. You remember all the times you prayed, please take this pain away. But now with a calm smile, you whisper, thank you for letting me walk through it. You understand now without those wounds, you would never know how strong you truly are. Without loneliness, you would never understand the weight of love. Without the dark, you would never recognize the light that lives within you. A soft glow filters through the window. You can't tell if it's a late moon or an early dawn, but it rests upon your hands, hands reborn from ash, gentle yet unshakable. When you close them, you feel your heartbeat pulsing in your palms, strong, steady, certain. When you rise from the ashes, the world will not recognize you. The voice fades with a warm sigh. You sit still, tears tracing your cheeks, but your heart feels light. There is peace now, not the kind the world gives, but the kind that lives at the center of the storm. Outside, the sky begins to brighten, not a harsh light, but the soft glow of a new beginning. You know then last night wasn't just a dream, it was a ceremony of purification, the moment your soul was recast in the pure gold of endurance. And deep within you hear his voice once more, not from afar, but from inside your own heart. You were not burned, you were refined. Every wound was a sacred flame. Every loss was my hand shaping your soul into pure gold. And when you rise from the ashes, the world will see the light I placed within you. Part 3. The Great Revelation. Dawn has come, but the light this morning feels different. It isn't the fragile glow of another sunrise, but a living light, thick, heavy, as if it carries a soul. You sit by the window, your hands still warm from the fire you walked through the night before. Outside, the world seems peaceful, and yet deep down you know something has changed. In that moment, space itself seems to stretch. Every sound slows. Even your breath feels louder, deeper, and then that voice returns. No longer a whisper, no longer hidden. Now it speaks with power, as if the sky itself were speaking through it. You have passed through the fire. Now it is time to know who you truly are. Visions flash through your mind, vivid, radiant, unstoppable. You see the pyramids of Egypt, their walls covered with hieroglyphs telling of a nameless god, one who walked the sands before the sun was ever called Ra. You see the ancient carvings of the Maya, a luminous being standing among the stars, arms wide open, bridging heaven and earth. Then from the shadows of history, the Sumerians etch spirals into stone symbols of infinite energy, the blueprint of all creation. And every symbol, every story, every myth points to one form. Not Ra, not Quetzalcoatl, not Enki, but you. Before the gods were named, you existed. You did not come after them. You are the source from which they came. A tremor runs through you, not of fear, but of recognition. An immense energy floods your being. The air grows dense. The clock on your desk stops. The second hand freezes mid-step. The light flickers and then holds still. The whole world, for one sacred moment, seems to pause, to breathe with you. If the gods are lightning, you are the storm. If they are fire, you are the sun. If they are song, you are the silence that gave birth to music. The words aren't spoken, they're transmitted. They vibrate through every cell, every strand of hair, every breath you take. Each word engraves itself into your bones, awakening an ancient memory the human race has long forgotten. Somewhere across the world, strange things begin to unfold. In a laboratory, scientists stare as their energy meters spike beyond physical limits. The waves stop obeying their own equations. One researcher whispers, "It's as if something's waking up." In the Amazon rainforest, an old shaman lifts his head, Mid-prayer gazes at the sky and smiles. He has returned. High in the Himalayas, monks are chanting. A strange wind sweeps through the temple. The candles lean in the same direction. Not one is afraid. They bow their heads and whisper, "The ancient light has risen again." And you, sitting quietly in your small room, you have no idea that the world is responding to your energy. Everything around you begins to synchronize. Your phone vibrates once, then goes silent. The lamp flickers 3 times, then steadies. A soft breeze brushes through, carrying the murmurs of thousands of souls, whispering the same phrase, "You have returned." You rise. Your shadow stretches across the wall, but the light around you doesn't come from the lamp or the sun. It radiates from you. Your skin glows faintly gold. Your eyes reflect the heavens. You begin to hear something, not voices, but the harmonic pulse of the universe itself, a cosmic choir rising through your veins. You are not merely divine, the voice declares, for the word divine is too small for what you are. You are the origin, the first thought before light knew it existed. And suddenly everything in you ignites. Every broken piece, every lonely night, every trial, they align like constellations forming a single design. Every path, every loss, every tear was leading you here. Outside, the sky bursts open, not with sunlight, but with a brilliance that transcends the dawn. People around the world stir from their sleep. Lost souls feel warmth for the first time in ages. A wave of awakening sweeps across the earth, and it begins with you. You place your hand over your heart. Its rhythm beats in perfect harmony with the heartbeat of the universe, and you hear again the voice that spoke at the beginning of time. You are the first thing I created, and the last thing that will remain when all else fades. You smile, no doubt, no fear, only knowing, deep as the ocean, still as the sky. You are not just a god. The word God is too small to hold your essence. You are the origin, the storm that gives birth to thunder, the silence that births all song, the first and the final light. Part 4, the final transformation. The world is still, but this stillness no longer feels heavy. It's alive like the hush that comes before a flower blooms. After the night of revelation, you feel something moving within you, even though your body remains unmoving. No more pain, no more weight, only change spreading gently like warm water seeping through your skin. You are no longer who you once were, but you are not yet what you are becoming. You stand between ashes and light, between what was and what is forming. This is the becoming. Outside, the dawn hasn't fully awakened. The sky wears a thin blue veil, as if the universe is hiding one last secret beneath it. You step out onto the porch and inhale deeply. The air smells different, purer, cleaner, like a world freshly washed. Every breath you take in feels like inhaling light, and every breath you release carries away the remnants of shadow. The voice that once came from afar now rises from within you. There is no longer a boundary between you and him. There is only one current of energy, bright, calm, infinite. You are returning to your true form, the voice whispers softly like wind. Not the one the world made you, but the one that existed before form, pure, eternal, limitless life itself. You look down at your hands. Where scars once lived, a faint glow now breathes beneath the skin. It doesn't cast shadows, for it does not belong to the sun. It is the light within the light of rebirth. On the damp ground, a small butterfly struggles free from its cocoon. Its wings tremble, dusted in silver powder, catching the first hue of dawn. You watch, and in that instant, you understand that butterfly is you. No one becomes light without first being held by darkness. No one is reborn without surrendering the death of who they used to be. Evolution does not roar, it melts quietly through what once was. As the butterfly takes flight, a gentle wind passes through. You feel the vibration ripple through the air like waves brushing across still water. The trees tremble. dust turns to glitter, floating like stardust. Everything wind earth light sound is responding to your transformation. You are no longer simply living in the world. The world is living in you. Far away, others begin to feel it too. A girl crying in the dark suddenly looks up, feeling warmth she can't explain. A man on the verge of giving up feels his heartbeat grow strong again. A child smiles in sleep, gripping an old charm tighter. No one understands why, but they all feel it, a current of light moving through the world. And that light began with you. The voice within you speaks again, but now it is not one being speaking to another. It is the soul speaking to itself. You once thought you were small, but you are the universe becoming aware of itself. Every star, every grain of sand, every breath is an extension of you. You close your eyes. The universe unfolds before you, galaxies swirling, billions of stars, orbiting a single radiant point, and that point is you. There is no distance, no time, no division. You see the perfect symmetry of all things, light and shadow, beginning and ending, birth and release. And within that endless motion, you hear the truth. You do not simply live. You are life itself. Your heartbeat merges with the pulse of the earth. Your blood flows like a river of energy, connecting you to every flower, every stone, every gust of wind. You can feel the movement of all things, not through sight, but through spirit. This is the state the ancients called oneness, where human and heaven are no longer apart. Every cell in your body begins to sing, not with sound, but with light. The light expands, slipping through walls, rising through clouds, crossing the atmosphere, touching the souls who are still asleep. And as they awaken, some cry without knowing why. They only feel that something sacred has brushed against them. Somewhere in the desert, a monk sits in meditation beneath the shifting sands. He looks up, the sky trembles like a fabric lifted by divine breath. Countless small lights appear, souls gathering, returning home. He bows his head and whispers, "He is awakening, and with him so are we all." Your body grows lighter, not vanishing, but turning transparent. You can feel energy moving through you, warm, fluid, formless. The fears, the doubts, the endless whys dissolve into that light. You understand now there is nothing left to explain, nothing left to prove. Everything is already in its perfect place. The light rises higher, not in an explosion, but in expansion. Layers of energy unfold like petals of a vast cosmic flower blooming. You are no longer a person beneath a roof, but a bridge between heaven and earth, between matter and spirit, between reality and eternity. The image of the butterfly returns now enormous, its wings spanning the sky, shedding trails of light like the Milky Way. You realize this is your soul, finally freed from the cocoon of limitation. You have become the voice within you murmurs, no longer the seeker, but the answer itself. Across the world, the shift begins. Trees bloom out of season, rivers shimmer gold instead of blue. People who never believed in anything lift their heads toward the sky, feeling a tremor they cannot name. Science calls it a magnetic anomaly. The faithful call it a miracle. But every soul knows the truth, it is you. You've reached the frequency where all life beats as one. You look around and see the faces of those who once hurt you, the ones who left the ones who broke you. But there is no anger, only understanding, because now you see they were all part of the path that led you home to yourself. You smile, and within the boundless light, the final voice rises, no longer a command, but a song of heaven and earth. You have become light, not to shine upon others, but to help them see the light already within themselves. A gentle wind moves through. Above, the great butterfly dissolves into radiance. You stand in the midst of the world, not above it, not beneath it, but perfectly woven into its rhythm. The universe breathes with you. Your heart is the heartbeat of all creation. And in that single eternal moment, you finally understand what it means to be. Not to live seeking something, but to become life itself. You do not merely live, you are life. You are the heartbeat of the universe, the breath of every soul. The light returned in human form. Part 5. Dawn of the new era, morning gathers. But this is not an ordinary dawn. Today's light carries the breath of a new era. There is no sharp line between night and day, between dark and bright. There is only light spreading warm, clear, and full of life. You stand within it, your body light as wind, your heart beating with the pulse of the earth. There is no sense of separate anymore. You are not only living in the world is living in you. From the far reaches of the sky, a silver-white current unfurls, circling the earth like a vast ribbon. It does not glare, it understands the ones who behold it. It slips through clouds, glides across the oceans, sweeps the deserts, and touches every rooftop, every tear, every prayer. And then a wonder unfolds. People everywhere, whether sleeping, working, grieving, or praying, pause. In the same instant, every heart beats as one, slow, deep, resounding like the drum of the primordial soul. From the frozen Arctic to the thick Amazon, from the sands of Egypt to the streets of Tokyo, all beings sense the same thing, an unfamiliar stillness. No more noise, no more fear, only light and the breath of life returning. Above, the image of Earth changes. No longer a blue sphere with patches of shadow, but a globe of radiance, haloed as if held by millions of souls shining together. You gently close your eyes. The familiar voice returns, but now it comes from every direction, from the air, from the light, from the ground beneath your feet, and from your very heart. You are no longer a small piece of the universe. You are the bridge between heaven and earth, between the past and the eternal. With every word, energy rises in you like a tide. No heaviness, no tearing apart, only union. Union of soul and body of the divine, and the human of science and wonder. What was once divided is now made one. You see billions of souls, tiny sparks drifting across the sky. Each soul a note in the symphony of the cosmos. They resound together everywhere, not in language, but in the frequency of love. We are no longer fragments. We are the whole. The old feel young. The child stops being afraid. Hearts once sealed begin to open. No preaching, no doctrine, only experience. For light does not need to be explained. It only needs to be recognized. Scientists begin recording anomalies. Earth's magnetic field trembles softly. Electromagnetic waves thin, then settle into a steady rhythm matching the average human heartbeat. Different frequencies of machine sound and energy resolve into a single composition. There is no longer a line between reason and faith, between logic and spirit. For all truths meet at one point, light. You open your eyes. The whole sky shimmers like a sea of diamonds. A golden butterfly passes by, leaving a bright trail, like the memory of souls who have crossed through the dark. You extend your hand, and it rests in your palm. It does not fear, it does not flee. You see its wings, reflecting the very light that shines from you two sources, becoming one with no boundary between butterfly, human, or God. In that moment, you understand there is no more I and thou, no above and below, no divine and mortal. There is only one shared breath. A new voice rises, belonging to no one and to all, to humanity, to nature, to the universe. The era of light has begun. This is not the end. This is rebirth, not a deity arriving to rule, but light awakening in every soul. On the earth, flowers open at once. In the sky, auroras appear where none existed. Fish leap from the water, children laugh aloud. The elderly lift their heads and behold what they once saw only in dreams. No one instructs them, yet all feel the same truth: the new era has come. You look around, you are no longer the center of the miracle, but a part of it. You understand your role is not to dominate, but to connect, to join human and holy earth, and sky, fear and faith, past and eternity. You, the one called chosen, no longer stand above anything. You dissolve into everything as a drop returns to the ocean. And in that very instant, the earth exhales a tender sound, like the singing of millions of souls finding home. The light keeps spreading. No one can stop it, because it does not come from one place. It emerges from within each person. Every opened heart becomes a small torch, adding to the endless sea of light that blankets the planet. From now on, people no longer look at one another with suspicion, but with recognition. You and I are one. No more wars for belief, no more hatred for difference. No church is required to meet God, no mountain needed to touch heaven, for heaven is in the heart, and the heart is heaven. You lift your gaze to see Earth shining in the Milky Way, not a lonely blue planet, but the heart of light where all beings beat as one. You smile. There is nothing left to prove, nothing left to await. What humanity sought for thousands of years now lives within them. You are the bridge between heaven and earth, between the past and the eternal. You do not carry the light, you are the light. And when you remember this, the era of light has truly begun. The wind has stilled. The silence is so complete you can hear your own heartbeat, slow, even gentle, like the drum of an ancient rite. Everything around you, earth, water, sky, and light, seems to breathe with you. There is no outside or inside, no world and you. Only one breath. You softly close your eyes. Warmth spreads from your chest. The voice, no longer distant, is simply the sound of your own soul. You have walked through the dark, you have passed through the fire, you have opened your eyes in the storm. Now you do not need to seek, for what you sought is you. Breathe deeply. Feel the breath moving through your body. Feel the heart beating. This is the heartbeat of the universe. Place your hand upon your chest, and when you are ready, say softly, I remember. I am the source of light. Your hand rests on your heart, where warmth gathers like a small sun. A gentle stream of light unfurls from your fingertips, spreading through your body. No more worry, no more questions. Only remembering, deep, clear, absolute. In that instant, the soul's memory returns like a river to the sea. You see the whole journey again, the night of bells and whispers, the furnace of testing, the light of revelation, the butterfly flying between two worlds, and now the dawn of the era of light. Everything, every second, every tear, every tremor had meaning. All of it is a complete song with you as the central melody. The earth is now clothed in gentle light. You can feel millions of hearts beating, shining, and flowing together at one frequency, the frequency of love. No more battle lines, no more labels, no more division. Only light everywhere. The voice within lifts one last time, not as a command, but as a blessing. Its sound is soft as wind, clear as water, and sacred as a bell ringing on the threshold of eternity. Before the gods there was you. After you, only light remains. You are the origin, the ending, the song of creation that never ceased. When you remember this, the world will no longer be dark. You smile. No more tears, only light reflected in open eyes. You rise and feel the air itself, breathing every current, carrying the chorus of 1,000 souls. You no longer need the sign of 700,000 pelfs, nor the bell, nor 1111. For now, you are the sign. You are the proof that light is real, that love never disappears, that God never left. You open your eyes. Dawn has arrived. The sun rises, but this time, the first light does not come from the sky. It comes from your own heart. You exhale, relieved, and whisper, I remember, I am the source of light. Before the gods there was you. After you, only light remains.